The Pros Closet, a known used bike retailer, is laying off its employees but trying to keep it on the down low. So let's talk about it. Hey everyone, Josh here with Daily Mountain Bike Rider, and today we're talking about some more bike industry news. By the way, so many of you have been commenting down below, letting me know you're loving these videos. I'm enjoying making them, so I'm going to keep doing that. If you love them or you don't like them, please leave a comment, let me know so I can keep getting better at it. Now, on to the news that I found super fascinating and found because I was deep diving into bike industry news, mainly so I can make more videos like this. But what I came across is something that I already saw a couple months back, and yet it's happening again. And this has to do with the Pros Closet. If you're not familiar with the Pros Closet, they are really a really cool company, and their whole thing is selling used bikes in certified used conditions in all biking categories. As I was looking around on their website, they have road, gravel, hybrid, triathlon, fat bike, e-bike. Why would you buy an e-bike? And really, as you look at what they're selling, they try to sell gently used bikes that are in primo condition. They back with a warranty straight to you. When I look at their website, I think that they must have a lot of employees working very hard to spruce these bikes up so that they can send them out to you. And that all sounds good and cool, and they had a great time through COVID until something happened back in October. On October 17th, news got out. I read it from Brain on Twitter, that is Bicycle Retailer and Industry News. Follow them if you want more information. That they laid off about 15% of their workforce. And as I jumped into the official article, it says, as reported in the mainstream industry press, the economy and cycling industry have faced macroeconomic headwinds, and as a result, the Pros Closet made the difficult decision to right-side our workforce. They go on to say that they started as a small company on eBay, but now, after they had moved to a new warehouse in 2021 when things were great, they're trying to right the wrong, or I would say get ahead of the curve, knowing the industry was going to suffer. And this was published on Pink Bike. It was all over the internet. People were talking about it in depth in forums, and I thought some of the forums postings were pretty interesting. People were saying that they noticed that they're back to selling on eBay, which is how they started. As I looked into this, on their eBay page, I see very few reviews because eBay takes a huge cut of bikes that are sold there. And really what I'm guessing is that they laid off their workforce, and they're probably trying to find ways to sell more bikes in order to cover their overhead, which is probably pretty high, because they probably bought bikes at a pretty high price and then are trying to sell them close to what they paid for them. As I continued to look at other news about this release from Pros Closet, I found, and some of you may have seen this in various articles, that Thule had laid off 34 employees, that their Q3 sales were down 72%. And again, Q3, that is July, August, September. And then other companies, QBP, which is, I think, Quality Bike Products. It's what a lot of bike shops use in order to order their products. Had to lay off about 50 employees. MIP sales were down 39%. And basically, they're pointing to what I'm talking about that I saw months ago and is continually happening, that the bike industry is going down. So this is no new information until there was a new article about the fact that the Pros Closet has another round of layoffs. And you'll see this is published on January 20th. This is on Bicycle Retailer and Industry News, Brain. And this is the only place that is reporting on it. And the reason it's the only place is because we don't have a ton of information. We know they laid off 15% of their workforce back in October. And then now, fast forward 4 months later, they're laying off more people. We don't know how much, but we know that they are in trouble. And I believe the Pros Closet, being that they are a used bike reseller, is noticing the turn of the bike industry before the rest of the industry selling new bikes. And again, I think it's because most of the industry sells new bikes, new products. They see that demand go up come the spring into the summer here in the Northern Hemisphere, and then taper off in the fall. But they're seeing what I think the main bike industry is going to see, is that they're not going to see the sales that they had before. And the other interesting thing is, as I looked at the Pros Closet website, it's really hard to tell all their inventory right now. If you look at just mountain bikes, which is what I'm most interested in, you may be into road bikes or gravel. They have 1,203 bikes, and I realize you can sort by date added, old to new. And while you cannot see the date that these bikes were added, what you can see is how much they were originally listed for and what they are listed for now. And I would be curious, in the next week, in the next month, are we still going to see this Yeti SB6C? Are we still going to see multiple pivots? And the list goes on and on and on. And what I believe is that they are seeing what I'm seeing on the used market, what we all are going to see, that the bike industry isn't going to all of a sudden not exist anymore. That's not what I'm saying, but they are going to have a mass amount of leveling. Bike prices were high, the used market was high, it was down here, and I think it's going to drop drastically back to pre-COVID levels, if not ducking a little lower, because of the amount of bikes that are pushed on the market that were not used, bought by people who probably shouldn't have bought them, if they're honest. Just my 2 cents though, and what I'm noticing, and I wanted to share it with you. If you have other topics you'd like me to address, maybe you have bike industry news that I haven't heard about, please share it with me so that I can make more videos like this. You know what time it is. Don't spend too much time watching a guy talk about the bike industry here in his garage. Get out there, ride your bike, make sure you do it every day.